Hello, I'm Donna Stockey, and this is Becky Kennard, and we're from the Montessori Children's House, and we're with City View Video 45. And today we'd like to talk to you about the 1989 Physical Fitness Fair. This fair is held every spring, and the Montessori Children's House puts this on for the city of Fort Worth. And we invite all children ages 2 to 8 to come out and enjoy a free day of activities. These activities are designed for the children from ages 2 to 8 to be able to participate in physical activities that are non-competitive. We want children to feel as though they're welcome to participate in any physical activity, and we want the parents to understand that there are activities that are simple, easy to do, and very physical for their children to participate in. I'd like to introduce now to you Becky Kennard, and she'd like to tell you about the different activities that are held at the fair.
Thank you. This year, the Physical Fitness Fair has approximately 50 activities for the children to participate in. We have a special section of special participants. In this group of activities, it's mainly designed to present information to the children as well as their parents about the children's physical conditions. We have an area where they can weigh in, growth charts. We've got speech and hearing screening for the children, mainly to disseminate information to the parents and to the children about the children's physical development and nutrition. Now the fun part of the fair are the physical activities. We have approximately 30 different stations this year for the children to participate in. We've got activities ranging from ball dart throw, which of course helps develop fine motor coordination and perceptual motor development. We have the big wheels, the mini wheels. We have face painting for fun. We've got football throws and kicks. We have limbo. We've got hula hoops and marbles. We've got hopscotch. We've got jump rope. We've got 2 obstacle courses. We have a small obstacle course which is designed for the younger child, and then we have a larger, more complex obstacle course designed for the older child. So we have something for everyone. It's fun, it's educational, and it helps to promote and develop physical coordination and physical development in children. And this is what we hope to share with each of the children who are able to come to the fair today, to teach them that physical activity is fun, it's good for them, and to help stimulate that sort of interest in these activities that will help them be stronger, healthier adults.
Before we go and look at the fair, I'd like to tell you that the Montessori Children's House works all year long on this fair to bring it to the city. And we would like to introduce you to some of our children so that you can just get an idea for yourself how hard that they have worked on the fair also. So if we'd like to come out to the fair, we'll introduce you to the children and then we'll look at the fair. These are the children from the Montessori Children's House, and this past week they've been getting ready for the Physical Fitness Fair today, and they'd like to sing a song for you.
I love to run and I love to skip. I like my body feeling physically fit. I play outside in the fresh air and sun, exercising my heart and having fun. Hooray for the fitness fair! Hooray for the fitness fair! It's time for the fitness fair. We'll see you at the fair.
Thank you very much. Now we'd like for you to come to the opening ceremony. So let's all go over to the opening ceremony.
Hi, I'm Susie McVeigh. I'm the chairperson for the Week of the Young Child for the Fort Worth Association for the Education of Young Children. I'd like to welcome you to Cook's Children's Hospital today for the annual PE Fair. The Fort Worth Association for the Education of Young Children would like to express their thanks to the Montessori Children's House for giving us the opportunity to kick off our annual event of the Week of the Young Child again at their event. The purpose of the Fort Worth Association for the Education of Young Children is to improve the education and well-being of young children. One of the ways we accomplish this is through community awareness. Each year we increase our public awareness through events like this. This year the Committee for the Week of the Young Child will be collectively participating in a celebration of Texas Children's Day by collecting pennies for the pond. This effort will benefit the Fort Worth Nature Center and Refuge. We will also be participating in cluster park activities on April 8th from 10 until 3 at Rosemont, Oakland Lake, Chisholm, and Lake Worth City Parks. These activities will serve to acquaint the public in each area with quality child care. We invite you to participate in all of these activities. Again, we'd like to thank you for coming today and participating with us. We'd like to have the Mayor's office read the proclamation for the Week of the Young Child. Jody Eubanks.
I'm here to represent the mayor of Fort Worth, Mayor Bob Boland. Unfortunately, he's not able to be here. He's right down the street at the zoo where he's dedicating a white Siberian tiger. He invites all of you to come down there after the fitness fair. It is free today and it's open till 5 o'clock, so we hope to see you there later. As you know, the mayor is very supportive of young children. He recently took a delegation of homeless children and children from a foster home to Disneyland, where they all became honorary Disneyland citizens. With his heart in that spirit, I'd like to read this proclamation for the mayor's office. This office of the mayor, proclamation, City of Fort Worth. Whereas the children of today are our hope for the future, and whereas each child should be cherished for what they are and for what they can become, and whereas we owe to our children the best society has to offer through homes, schools, community, business, government, and whereas we pledge to these children to work together to reduce stress, pressures, and abuses that may deny to any child the chance to become a whole, responsible, and caring adult. Now, therefore, I, Bob Boland, Mayor of the City of Fort Worth, do hereby proclaim April 2nd through 8th, 1989 as the Week of the Young Child in Fort Worth, and urge all citizens to assist the young by guiding them toward a useful, productive, and admirable adulthood. In testimony whereof I have hereto signed by my hand, cause the official seal of the City of Fort Worth to be affixed the 31st day of March, 1989. Mayor Bob Boland.
For several years now, the Montessori Children's House has been hosting this event, and each year it looks like it gets bigger and bigger. Thank goodness we have wonderful weather for it today. I'd like to introduce Ms. Laverne Davis, who is coordinating this event this year, and we have several short people up here that are going to sing a very special song for you. Laverne?
Thank you. Thank you. Well, I really didn't know I was coordinating much. I didn't know that's what that was called that I've been doing lately. But anyway, we do have a chairman who is responsible for coordinating everything, and it's two of them, Donna and Chris Stockey. Step forward a little bit here, please, and take your bows. It's even bigger and better this year. Donna and Chris, it's a year-long job getting ready for this. They have to hand out detailed booklets. Each chairman gets a handbook you wouldn't believe, you know, bound and detailed, and when to do what. And it's really takes a lot of planning, takes a lot of time. But these two have done a great job, and they've been there with paint brushes or crawling up into hot attics to get the stuff down. You know, that kind of people you can depend on. And they have two great kids around here somewhere. There's one I see right there. We have been really blessed all the time by having marvelous volunteers from the Montessori Children's House to gather all this equipment that you see out in front from the barn, put it all back together each year, and haul it up here, and place it for your pleasure. The co-sponsor, of course, has allowed us to do this fair on their front yard, and we hope that when they move to another place next year, they'll have a spot big enough for us. Hope they don't decorate or, hope the landscaping allows for a physical fitness fair. I'm sure they haven't thought about that. This fair began in '78, as the AEYCE people told you, and we have, this is our 11th year. We did the fair at the suggestion of Dr. Barry Bostic. We were looking for some way to contribute to the Year of the Young Child. And so this is our contribution. It is free, it's fun, and it's something we give to the children of Fort Worth as we celebrate with such groups as AEYC. Next year's chairmen are going to be Becky and Mike Kennard. Right there. Come on up a little closer here. Now, believe me, they will be able to handle it. In fact, Mike's the only one that can put up that big booth now with the help of all these great volunteer dads. But they've been picking up any loose ends that Chris and Donna say, hey, go get. And so we really appreciate them, and they're looking forward to next year. In fact, Becky was so inspired by this whole spectacle that she has written a song for the kiddos to sing for you about our wonderful fitness fair, after which the group from the AEYC will let the balloons loose for a grand start from all of us, for our beloved kiddos. Now here is the song.
Now that the opening ceremonies are over, let's go explore the fair. Each year, the Montessori Children's House depends on our dedicated moms to help us gather information for information packets that each participant receives as they leave the fair. They will also receive a ribbon to wear so that they feel like they have earned a little token from the day's events. Diane is also, this is Diane and this is Mary, and they are two of our moms that help us out. And we also like to count the number of participants because each year it seems that the fair grows. And it's important to us to keep up with the community, and we'd like to make sure we service all of those who come to the fair. Now I'd like to bring you to the information booth, and I'd like to introduce Nancy Berry, who's worked very hard this year with our volunteers, and she can tell us a little information about the number of volunteers and just how the volunteer system works here today.
We have approximately 225 volunteers here for the second and third shift, and it's just great to see the outpouring of interest from adolescents in 8th and 9th grade at the Como and Daggett Montessori programs, right up to adults and people with the Fort Worth AEYC and the junior college students, and TCU is represented, Texas Wesleyan, and it's just fantastic, as well as interested Montessori parents. And we really appreciate everybody's effort because without them, we wouldn't be here today.
Nancy, thank you for all your hard work you've done this year.
Thanks, everybody.
Now I'd like to take you to some of the other activities that are right behind the information booth.
Donna told you we'd like to now take you through some of the activities at the fair. Behind me, we have the ball dart throw. This particular activity was designed to help the child work on their gross motor skills, specifically eye-hand development, eye-hand coordination, and perceptual motor development.
Now we've come over to the foam rubber leap, and all the children at the fair seem to really love this activity. It gives them the sensation of falling and the safety of having the foam rubber under them. It's just become a favorite activity at the fair through the years. Let's hear from the children and see what they think of this activity. We love it.
We love it.
She said, we love it. Now let's go over to the parachute area.
Hey, welcome to the parachute. As you can see, all the children thoroughly enjoy being under the parachute. It's a fun activity. It does help develop some sensory awareness for the children. It's a real interesting sensation to sit under here and feel the wind blowing under. You can hear the music in the background. We have some wonderful volunteers who do develop their upper body strength during the day as they're waving the parachute up and down over the children's heads. We have the children come and help from time to time. Are y'all having fun? Is this neat? Yeah? Y'all like this? Is everybody having fun? Yeah. Okay. And now, our next activity, why don't we go on over and see what they're doing at gymnastics. Hi, welcome to the gymnastics area of the fair. This is one of our special participants, the Lone Star Gymnastics, and we're really excited about them being here. As you can see, it's a very popular activity. They've been at the fair before, and the children have always enjoyed them. With me here, we have one of our very special volunteers, Molly Ryan. Molly and her children have been at Children's House for several years and have always been a very active part of the fair. Molly has her children at Lone Star Gymnastics, and she's going to tell us a little bit more about this activity. Molly?
Thank you, Becky. This is one of the most popular programs here, participants at the Physical Fitness Fair. And this year, the trampoline is new, I see. And this is a wonderful item to have here. The kids line up here. My daughter, who is 5, she's on the way to the fair. She said, I hope that Elisa is here and Richard. She thinks these are great people. And this is
Scott Krause.
Scott, who is one of the new owners, the new owner of Lone Star Gymnastics. Would you like to tell us some things about the program and how you feel like it benefits this age group?
The whole idea for us being involved in this is that we feel gymnastics provides so much physical activity for kids nowadays. And it's not to create and to train them to be necessarily athletes, although we have a competitive team in that avenue should they develop that way. But we have 500 to 600 children a week that come through the program to go on the mats, they go forward, they go backwards, and to experience trampoline. Trampoline is a great teaching device for children to learn how to better coordinate their body and to move in space. And there's not very many opportunities for a youngster to be able to do that. Trampoline is it's great fun, great fun. We're very strict about it because it's also very dangerous. And that's why we have 2 instructors, and we're limited, and this is how we practice. This is exactly how we teach gymnastics at Lone Star Gymnastics. This is one of 3 trampolines that we have. And Elisa and Robert and Marcy and Richard are 4 of our full-time staff. They all teach this age level kids as well as they teach our competitive teams. They love children, and our whole purpose, as I said, for being here is to watch all the kids have a chance to turn over forwards, turn over backwards, get in the air, and find out how much fun that really is.
And it is fun. They love it. We want to be up there as soon as the film cuts off.
You're next.
We're going next. Thank you, Scott. Scott really did give us a lot of information on the trampoline, but what's always been around is the tumbling equipment. And that is also just a very vital, interesting, active part of the gymnastics. And I guess Becky is now going to take us to the face painting. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right.
Let's go.
Thank
One
you.
of the most fun activities at the fair, one all the children enjoy. We're going to walk over to face painting. Hi, welcome to face painting. As you can see, this is one of the most popular activities at the fair, although it's not a physical activity. The children, as well as the volunteers, I think enjoy this as much, if not more than anything. As you can see also, the children are normally very creative in their selection of faces. As you may have surmised by now, there's a lot of volunteer work that goes into making this fair a success. Today we have with us one of our most special volunteers, Betty Woolley. Betty is the new president of the Parents Club for the 1990 school year. Betty has been very instrumental in helping get the message out to the public about the Physical Fitness Fair. Betty, would you talk to us a little bit right now about what all you've done in helping to promote publicity for the Physical Fitness Fair?
It has been my pleasure to go on Bill Kelly's Children's Hour on Channel 5 here in Fort Worth. Sean and I were on yesterday morning. Sean, could you tell them what you did?
I jumped rope and I did the bubble thing that's just a little bit away from here.
Also, we have a group of parents that go to the schools and show a film of the fair, and we've handed out around 5,000 brochures to advertise.
Betty has had 3 children go through Children's House. I think the youngest, Michelle, is still there and will probably be there at least one more year. Thank you. And now we're going to talk to Maureen Hanson about aerobic dance. Maureen is the dance instructor at Children's House, and she heads up the aerobic dance activity here at the fair. And I wanted Maureen to explain to y'all exactly what aerobic dance is and how it benefits the children. Maureen?
Hi, aerobic dance with children is one way to get the kids very active in knowing what songs they're singing. They have the movement to help improve their memorization of the words. Also, it gets them physically up and going when they're singing. And the children just enjoy dance. We dance to many different songs, and you have songs that the girls like better and the boys like better, but they all seem to just enjoy getting up and getting the wiggles out of their body. And it helps them with their coordination. It also helps with their memory. And we do the songs over and over, so they really get to week, they just get to know the songs better and better, and their heart gets stronger.
Hi, welcome to Bubbles. As you can see behind us, the children are really having a good time with a new activity at the fair this year, blowing bubbles. Today with us we have a very special couple, parents from Montessori Children's House. This is Kirk and Jerry Jo Blackman. They have 2 sons, and they've been at Children's House for several years. They also continue to come back to the fair each year, and we'd like to let them tell you a little bit today about why they think the fair is important to them and to their family. Jerry Jo?
Thank you. We're really pleased that the Montessori Children's House has continued to sponsor this fair. It's a lot of hard work, and our children certainly appreciate all the wonderful physical activities. And this year, particularly, they have added a new dimension to the fair. That's the police car and the fire department trucks and the ambulances and a care flight helicopter, which are really exciting for the children to go inside and see the various equipment that our emergency services that are our police department and fire department have available. And my older child is particularly interested in that. The younger kids love the activities here. We've been coming to the fair now for what?
5 years?
5, 6 years, something like that. And we are excited that this has been a continuing project at the Montessori Children's House.
I think it's important that the way that they stress physical fitness in the school, and then as they have a fair especially for that. Anything we can get to have the kids thinking about physical fitness at an early age, I think it'll carry on out throughout their lives, and this is a good time to do it.
Thank you.
Thank y'all so much. It's really good to see y'all again this year. Thank you. And now we're going to talk with some other very special parents, and we're going to move over now to the rhythm activity section and talk with Charles and Martha Darwin. Hi, welcome to the rhythm activity area. With us today we have Paul and Martha Darwin. Paul and Martha have a unique distinction. They are parents at Montessori for 12 years now, and they were the 1983 chairman of the Physical Fitness Fair. Martha is our resident expert on Montessori learning, Montessori teaching, doing parent education classes for us. And we asked her today to discuss with us the Montessori aspects of the fair. Martha?
Well, part of the Montessori philosophy is the prepared environment. And what we have out here is an environment that's prepared for children of ages 2 through 8 to learn at whatever level they are at that point. The idea is that if the environment's prepared, then the child will learn whatever he or she is ready to learn. So with that idea in mind, we've set up a variety of activities here, and you can see 2 children at 2 different ages performing the same activity but getting different things from that very activity, and that's one of the things that we feel is of the greatest benefit to children who attend here.
Thank you. Paul, do you have anything to add to that?
Yeah, after being chairman back in 1983 and now looking at the fair today, we've got a lot of new activities that we didn't have back in '83, but the basic concept is still the same, which is a child being able to just compete with himself, non-competitive, which I think is good, because once children get grown and we're adults, then really in the real world we really need to compete with ourselves and not with other people, because I think the corporate world is set up for us to compete with one another and try and climb the ladder, and I don't think that's the right way to go about it. I think we need to learn to compete with ourselves, and that's the way to grow and compete.
Thank you. I agree. And now a non-competitive activity we'd like to show y'all is the rhythm activity, and we're going to talk now with Twyla McGowan, who brings this activity to us each year at the fair. It's very special. Hi, we're here in front of the rhythm activities with 2 very special people. I'd like to first introduce you to my friend Velda Bean. Velda is a parent at Montessori, and she was the chairman of the Montessori Physical Fitness Fair last year. She understands this fair all too well. And Velda will be explaining some more of the activities as we go along in the fair. On my right is Twyla McGowan. Twyla is very special to us. She is categorized here at the fair as a special participant, inasmuch as she's not directly connected with Montessori Children's House, but she's been connected with the fair practically since its inception. Twyla's been here for 11 years. She has brought the rhythm activities each year. She works at Arlington Heights Music Academy. Excuse me, they just changed the name. And she's going to explain to us now about the rhythm activities and how it benefits the children. Twyla?
At Arlington Heights Music Academy, we believe that teaching children music early is very beneficial. Many parents don't realize that children from birth already have a natural sense of pitch and a natural sense of rhythm, and studies have shown that without a formal training of something that we have, like our preschool general music program, they do not fully realize their music potential. We have a general music program for 18-month-olds through 7 years, and we do lots of singing and rhythm activities. We have xylophones that you can see and lots of rhythm instruments, and we do lots of marching and improvisation to music, and touching on all the basic concepts like high and low and slow and fast and loud and soft. And these music activities not only enhance their music aptitude, but it also spills over into their motor coordination and their language development and even their emotional and social development. We teach them in groups. And of course the presentation of the music is very important too. We want it to be lots of fun, and children and preschoolers, that's how they learn, is through play. And so all of our approach to teaching is to have a good time. And while they're doing so, they're getting lots of musical concepts that will help them when they want, later on in life, when they want to start piano or sing in the church choir or learn to play the guitar. At Arlington Heights Music Academy, we also have a piano program that moves very easily from the general music to the piano program. That goes through high school. And we continue our same approach of having it to be fun for them. And they may not all turn out to be concert pianists, but we certainly give them the best background that they can receive. Thank you.
Thank you. And now we're going to watch the children participate in the rhythm activities. The obstacle course. It's yet another favorite with the children. We're here now. We're going to talk with Mona Cunningham. Mona is a very special volunteer. She's in charge of community relations, community liaison for the Physical Fitness Fair, and it's been her job to get the information about the fair out to all of the schools and all the participating facilities in the Metroplex to draw children into the fair. Mona, would you tell us a little bit about the job that you've done?
Yes, my job is basically to get information to the Montessori public schools. And this year, Amy Henderson was my assistant, and we visited, well, we didn't visit, but we sent materials to 13 of the Montessori schools in Fort Worth, and then we sent information to the private schools also to encourage them to come and attend the fair. We did 4 presentations at 4 of the public schools, and we have a real nice little videotape that Velda Bean supplied for us that we were able to show the children, that gave them an idea what went on at the fair. And we were really encouraged. The kids are really excited to see us when we come, and we hope to get them involved in the fair, even if they, aren't in Montessori, but it's real nice to visit the schools that are Montessori too. So.
Thank you. Thank you very much. She's done a wonderful job. Mona's a parent at Montessori Children's House. She has 2 daughters, and she'll be here next year, right? Yes. In a very important position.
Oh, yes.
Okay, and now Velda Bean is going to tell us about the obstacle course. Thank you.
Okay. We have 2 obstacle courses set up, and this is part of the idea of our fair. We have 2 age ranges. The obstacle course over here is for the older children, And while their son Adam is doing the obstacle course, I'd like to introduce the Harrisons. These are some past chair people of the fair, and they have an older son who has come back to enjoy it even though they are no longer involved.
Right now he's enjoying it so much he's over on the little kids obstacle course.
Okay. Would you like to talk a little bit about how it's grown in the past few years?
The fair, it really is amazing. If you look back at the pictures of when the fair started, there were just a few activities and there weren't any signs and there were no banners or pennants, and it really has changed a lot. The obstacle course was just very little. There were maybe 3 or 4 things for the children to climb on over and through, and now you can see with the 2 courses it really has gotten a lot bigger.
Well, we wouldn't be here if it weren't for the people in the past who have done this for us, so we'd like to thank them.
Thank you for being with us today at the fair.